Ma'am, it is live, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to
Extreme
start
pleasure
right away,
in welcoming you
or
all to the
I
one-day
mean, I'm not
international
able to see
seminar
any
in
projection.
navigating the
That's why I
future
just
emerging trends
wanted to
in
check.
business and global dynamics. To introduce the chief guest today, Ms. Pratibha
Hello.
Devma. Ma'am has recognized herself as a people person having a strong ability to communicate, build, and contribute to a business while learning the maximum she can in any particular years, and being a polyglot has helped her carve a niche in communication. Her passion and faith in her work. Her ability to view things outside the box and trust in sharing and communicating the true value of the brand through her content along with her intellectual curiosity also drives her to be a lifelong learner. With professional experience in digital marketing, she also brings in new ways of content creation to provide high quality and exceptional results to your clients. Her specialties are in content creation in French and English, developing communication strategies for newly onboard projects, vendor and stakeholder management, business development and market research, digital marketing, personal branding, and ghostwriting. She is currently a communication and social media specialist and a TEDx speaker. She kickstarted her career as a business development executive and has taken up various roles across the years in companies such as Bigapre Global Services Limited, Amazon, Walmart, Global Tech India, and now in IDP Education Limited. She was also a keynote speaker for Toastmasters International and is also a vice president of the public relations in the same organization. Ma'am is also a freelancer, functioning as a communications coach and writer. We take extreme pleasure in welcoming you to today's event, ma'am. Thank you.
அதான் டபுள் வாய்ஸ் வருது ஓகே இல்லை நம்ம இங்கே மைக் ஆன் பண்ணுவோம் சார் இது தீபிகா மேமோட மைக் அவன் அங்கே வச்சுருக்கோம் மைக்கு பக்கத்தில் வச்சு அதனால அதான் மியூட் பண்ண சொன்னேன் அதுதான் இப்போ நம்ம இங்கே ஆன் பண்ணோம்ல போயிட்டு இப்போ அவங்க ஃப்ரேம் ஒரு நிமிஷம் கட் பண்ணி லைவில் இருந்து ஏய் தேவையில்லடா இதில் வந்து ஜாஸ்தியாக இருந்து வந்துடும்டா எனக்கு புரியுதா இல்லையா செட்டிங்ஸில் மூணு ஆல்ரெடி நான் ஆல்ரெடி மாற்றி வச்சுருக்கேன் சரி அப்போ இங்கே ஆன் பண்ணு மைக்கு தேவையில்லடா சரி ஓகே ஓகே ஓ ஓகே ஓகே மைக் ஆன் பண்ணால் தானே சார் வரும் அதுதான் சார் நான் அப்போதுலேருந்து படித்து சொல்லிக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன் நம்ம பேச எல்லாமே கேட்கணும் Desktop of the on. மைக் ஆஃப் பண்ணுறேன் மைக் இருக்குதா மைக் நம்ம எல்லாமே இருக்கும்
Your efforts are 50%, but 50% of your earnings will depend on your result. Your result is obviously your customers. You have to practice because science or physics or chemistry or when you just sit, you write the formulas, you go, you get pass. No, it's not like that. Marketing is a fact. So it entirely depends on execution. You learn one thing, but what are you executing? And I'll tell you one thing, okay? Even in my current job as a social media manager, I did not know many things, because I'm in the GCC market. I'm supporting GCC, which is the Gulf region, and this market is entirely different. All the experience of what I getting in India, I had to literally drop it there. I had to leave it there because not even a part of it I can use it here because the audience is different. The target audience is different. And that is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Always have this mindset, growth mindset, okay? Very, very important when it comes, if you want to have a marketing career. My experience of 9 years in this field, salary is not a problem at all. But what you have to focus is on how updated you are. The best form or the best solution that I'll give you is leverage artificial they always say that is who don't use AI will get replaced. That is the formula. You will not get replaced. So you have to, but when it comes to learn all those smart and short tricks. Easiest form in which you can start as a digital marketer is start as a content writer. Very, very easy. You can charge at least 50 paise per word or 1 rupee per word. And you can write blogs either for crypto niche or SaaS industry. And when you keep on, writing, build your portfolio. Don't see, gone are the days when people used to look for resumes. Gone are the days when people used to just label us based on our resumes. But today a portfolio is very, very important. Now you might even ask me, Pratibha, I've never worked, where can I find a portfolio? It's fine, start today. You might not have anything. See, there are so many people out there, I'm telling you, they don't know ABC of social media, but they really want to grow. They only want to have their end goal is I want to have 1 million followers. Their end goal is I want to have 100 million followers. It is possible, but with the right marketing strategy, with the right content marketing, with the right content strategy, everything is possible. What I want you to do is, instead of having this doom scrolling as in you just take a phone, you keep on scrolling onto different reels and sending it to your friends, I will suggest you to go and look in the ads. Whatever comes in the sponsored section, click that ad and just, sort of do your own research. Everybody uses Instagram and Facebook for, surfing the internet. Why not use it for a good purpose? It is a gold mine. I'm telling you, you can earn so much. When Instagram is taking money from you, time is their money. They're taking so much of time from you. Why not use it in a different way? I'm not telling you to not look into review is instead of doom scrolling, start with this simple example. Okay, just go through the sponsored ads, study how they are even designing all those kinds of elements, how they are designing the small things, how are they writing the caption. Like for example, if there is a clothing line of ABC clothing, and then there is an adjacent line of Steve Madden, or let's say Louis Vuitton. See, naturally, many people would move to the other, which is Steve Madden and Louis Vuitton. Not because, see, they are very, very expensive. Normal people like us, I mean, we cannot afford like 5 lakhs of handbag. The one handbag cost about like 5 lakh INR. It is not worth it. I mean, in my honest opinion, because since I'm a minimalist, it is not worth it. But There are many people who buy stuff just based on the brands, you know. And if you want to become a brand, then digital marketing is your best friend. I've researched, and even being in a new country, they spend at least 30% of their annual budgeting just on marketing. And let's say the annual budget goes more than 2-3 crores, more than that. I'm just giving you an estimate, so you can just imagine how much of cash they pull in just for marketing itself. And this is one career which will not get saturated, I'll tell you. We definitely need doctors, we definitely need engineers, we need lawyers. At the same time, we do need digital marketers as well, because AI is the future. People think that, oh, AI is that, this we cannot do this, we cannot get into this field. But honestly speaking, with the right strategy that you have, when you're starting from scratch, sky is the limit for this. The easiest way, instead of doom scrolling, look into the top brands, look into YouTube courses. Go into YouTube, don't go into anything else. I'm telling you, trust me, YouTube has so much of free content. Start practicing. Practicing in the sense, I'm not telling you to take a pen and paper and write. No, that you can use it for notes. But what I'm trying to say is, when you're talking about, when they are talking about a strategy, let's say that for a clothing line, you need to design a marketing strategy. The company has 18 to 20 employees and they would like to increase the revenue from X to Y. This obviously, for any new person, they'll get freaked out. They'll be like, oh my god, how can I increase the revenue, how can I increase the number of followers? But when you look into the program and you look into a course, they'll teach you the exact methodology. And now what I want you to do is, you execute the exact strategy into something imaginary. Build your own brand. For example, imagine that you're building your own Instagram profile. Your own Instagram profile, your own LinkedIn account itself is your portfolio. You can use all these strategies, and you can tell your interviewer that, you know, you use these exact strategies to grow your Instagram from 0 to 10K, or from 0 to 5K, or from 0 to 2K. And I sold X amount of products and I made Y amount of revenue. That's why I'm saying you are the best brand. Then nobody has to go to another, kind of a niche to find a digital marketer. See, the competition is high. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you very, very honestly. The competition is extreme when it comes in this field, because it is the easiest field to make millions. Easiest. I'm telling you, very, very easy. It is very easy if you know the formula and if you know how to crack it. And what I will even suggest you as a tip is, please don't keep following everyone's advice. I wish someone would have told me this, but when I started out my career, reels were not there. 8 years ago, it was just Instagram posts. But I used to follow all these gurus. I used to follow every single show, but there are so much of information out there. You guys have a leverage towards that, because you know exactly what is in the market. So your doom scrolling has never gone to waste. What I'm trying to say is, instead of scrolling again and again, why don't you do something of your own and you attract people to follow you and to scroll your videos, your content, your products, your courses? Change the perspective. Instead of you going and searching for someone else for inspiration, you be the inspiration and let people come to you. That is the only way to flip the coin. And that is what I'm trying to tell you here. As a social media manager, when you start, the basic thing that people will ask is, do you know Canva? Basic, very, very basic. Do you know Canva? Canva is a graphic designing tool which is for beginners. Even if you don't have any sorts of computer knowledge, even if you have no sorts of graphic designing knowledge, you can use that. And you need to know how to use Gmail properly, Google email. You need to know how to write business emails, which I can even help you out if you guys want any personalized help for studying detail in how to write business emails. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I'll teach you in detail. But since the time is limited, I'm just telling you in one word. And as and when you grow inside the social media role, that is when people will require Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Photoshop. Adobe is required only when you are upskilling. Nobody wants the best tools when you're starting out. Canva is your best friend. I'm telling you, it saves a lot of time. Don't just stick on to the basic PowerPoint. Don't hire a graphic designer. You are more than enough, if you ask me. And you create small size of content. There might be something that you might like to do, right? You might want to talk about fitness, you might want to talk about nutrition, you might want to talk about personal branding, you might want to talk about content writing or copywriting, which are indeed sub areas of digital marketing. What I would suggest you to do is create your profile. It's okay. It's okay even if you don't have any portfolio, you don't have any clients as well. Just create, put in your thoughts. Create, implement what all you learned. Just put a sample post. 3 learnings from this course. 5 things that I took away from this book. The Psychology of Money taught me this whole new perspective, which Psychology of Money is a book. So you can talk about books, the more and more you give out content, the more people will think that you're an expert when it comes in that field. And that is how mind has to keep on working. Your mind has to be creative. And if you overdo this, you will get burnt out. So there is a saturation point in which you should know. But I'm telling you that you will come to know only through your experience. It is impossible to master every single thing as soon as you start out. If you have a dream of becoming a digital marketer, please, I'm requesting you, please start this very minute. Don't expect anything. I might want to be a digital marketer. What do you want to do? That's the question that I will ask you. If you know what you want to do, you will know how to convince people around you. That's all. Because when you see, people won't believe you unless and until you give results. So the first 1 year will be tough. Or let's say the first 6 months will be tough. I don't want to say 1 year because I've seen people growing even within 1 or 2 months, or let's say even within 1 week also I've seen. But keep a buffer time. 6 months of constant upskilling. Okay. And whatever you earn, like for example, if you get a client, you're earning 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees for one post or two posts, give that expense or keep that expense directly into upskilling. So upskilling is not an expense, it is an investment. Change the mindset. That's what I used to do. I used to do rotation. That's how I used to call myself. I used to do literally like rotation. From this client, I would, put it into Skillshare. From that client, I would pull it into Upgrade. So I think I spent close to 10 to 12 lakhs just on upskilling throughout these 2-3 years from COVID till now. 12 lakhs. I mean, if I would have studied in a prestigious university, I think I would have got like a big double majors or something like that. But it's never too late to learn. That's all I'm saying. Even if you're like starting today, if you're starting next month, or if you're starting 10 years later also, it's never too late. Everybody is starting out. But I'm telling you, this is a highly, highly, highly competitive space. It does not mean that it is impossible, but to shine, you have to put in a lot of hard work. Extreme hard work. But once you get that name, even if you don't do well, I'm telling you, worst case, your business goes down also, you will still have some clients and guarantee you that you will not go to negative. Either your earning range will differ. That differs from person to person. But from my own experience and from the way I've coached my clients as well, I can guarantee that there is no way that you will be without any money, that you will go into negative, provided you constantly do upskilling and you stay up to trends. Very important thing in digital marketing. I'm not telling you to read newspapers. Subscribe to important blog posts. Subscribe to important newsletters. If you want to ask what kind of newsletters, just simple type in digital marketing in LinkedIn search button. They'll give you like 10,000 of newsletters. The ones which have been published recently are the ones which are going to be coming on top. So in that case, it might not work. That's why I'm not telling any names. That's why I'm leaving it open. limiting the names, because Ankur and Vaibhav and all, they are really well established people and they know what they're talking about. They know exactly what they're talking about. And I would even suggest you to follow the person's name is Justin Welsh. JUSTIN WELSH. He's a person who speaks so much about, showing yourself, how much you, whatever you do, even if it's a minute thing, how you show yourself, how you project yourself is ultimately how you're going to get clients. Here, if you're going to think like, oh, I'm going to be an introvert, oh, I'm so scared, everybody will be worried. I'm telling you, every single person is worried. Behind that one LinkedIn post, so much of insecurities is there, but you will not see any of those things on the post. You will definitely not see them, because nobody is telling their sad story on social media. Everybody wants to show that they are successful, but behind the scenes there are so many things which creators like us, we go through. But I would honestly, as a friend, as a mentor, as a coach, I will suggest you not to be too vulnerable, not to give out too much of your personal information on social media. Be as professional. And this is where communication comes in place. So much has been spoken about marketing, but there is only few information that lies, especially how you can communicate with the person. You need to know exactly how is it that you can even talk to someone. You cannot go to a client and say about your personal stuff. In case if the client is saying no, I don't want to work with you, I can find someone else who can who can do this for a lesser rate, you just graciously say thank you. In that end, you will not be going and arguing, and you'll not be pushing personal stuff. So you see, this is a very intricate thing, especially when it comes to marketing. You need to be a people's person. People's person in the sense, I'm not telling you to anyone, but I'm telling you that you have to grow a very, very thick skin. There'll be countless rejections. If you get 10 yes, there'll be 100 no's behind. That is a law of average. What sometimes it might even take a longer time for clients to say yes, yes, Pratibha, I would love to work with you, but that trust takes time. What I'm telling you is, if you're going to do 500 cold emails, if you're going to do 500 emails, for an example, you can do more than that, or you can even do less than that. Emails in the sense, sending out portfolios to people saying, hey, I'm so and so, here is my resume, here is my portfolio, I would love to work with you. Now, maybe 50% may not respond. 30% will say, I will look into it. 10% will say, I would love to work with you. For that 10%, I'm telling you, you need to know exactly what you have to tell. Very, very simple. If you're, for example, if you want to partner with a celebrity, or let's say, because even today, if you see, celebrities are also hiring digital marketing companies to help them build their brand, because I think it was in 90s or early 2000s, celebrities used to only work in movies, but now that is what you need. And for you to first and foremost to approach to a person, you have to be 200% confident on what you're talking about. Confidence will get you places. I would tell you, just face it till you make it. I'm not going to say fake it. There's no room here for fake. Go to their Instagram profile. There would be at least, out of 100%, there would be 10 to 20% of celebrities. They would say this profile is managed by at star star star. For example, Devo is a company which gives exceptional YouTube videos. I mean, during COVID, you would have seen all these celebrities had their own YouTube channels. Everyone came up with the YouTube channels, and Devo was their content partner. And from then, Devo picked up many business. I'm just telling one example because their name was very prominent. Whatever celebrities YouTube video you take, they'll be like, oh, in partnership with this, in partnership with that. So I'm telling you, the opportunities are limitless. Even today, it's not just in India. You can work with clients throughout the world. The most fun part of having a career in both digital marketing and communications is you can work from anywhere around the world. You can work from anywhere. You have the luxury to even work completely remotely. You don't even have to go to an office and sit next to a boss and work. Even if you don't like the work, you can just say, I don't want to work with you, go to a next client. That's it. You can work with multiple clients when it comes to marketing, and you're not just fixated to one person. So what the advantage of this profile is, you are exposed to a lot of clients and you learn their mannerisms and you even know how to interact with them. And for this, what I will obviously suggest you is please improve your communication skills. You might be an expert in communication, no offense to that, but keep upskilling. Even if you have a very good portfolio, even if you have like so much of talent, but you don't know how to show it to people, still people will not pay you because you don't know how to project yourself. And you see, that's how people around here, I'm telling in general, I've seen a lot of people who are literally copying other people's work, but you know, they have a really good communication skills, and I'm like, wow, I want to hire them. That mindset will definitely come, because if you know how to present your stuff, even if you've done only 10% of work, you need to be in a position how to communicate that to 100%. Through your words, through the way you talk itself, people should be floored. And all of these things, what I'm telling you, it takes time. It's not at all impossible. Just give yourself 1 or 2 months of time. That's all I'm telling you. Max to max, 4 months, including practice. But I'm not telling you to start all of this after 4 months of practice. You practice side by side, search for a project. You practice, search for another project. Another practice, you search for a third project. That is how this comes. Your first project will be bad. I'm busting the truths here. Your first project might be horrible. Your first article might be the worst. Your first marketing campaign might be bad. But this is not demotivation. You will know how it will go. Nothing comes out perfect, or maybe by all lucky stars, it might even come out perfect. But I'm trying to tell you, don't get dejected if it gets rejected at any point of time, because I have personally witnessed good people who have quit just because they did not get enough followers, just because they did not reach that amount of revenue. I mean, if they would have continued today, they would have earned, I think, 200% of what the average mediocre people who claim to be experts are actually earning. And that is something that I would like to leave you all with. Don't stop just because something else is bad or someone else rejected you. It's okay, because this is a field where nobody knows everything. There's nobody. If someone is going to say that, oh, I know everything about digital marketing, please don't believe them. Nobody in this world knows everything about digital marketing. This is something which is constantly getting updated. And you have to learn every single day. You have to subscribe to newsletters. You have to learn every single day. You have to be a lifelong learner. You don't lose anything. I'm telling you, you don't lose anything in this field. You will not lose anything. You only gain knowledge. And with this, you can work in India, you can work in US, you can work abroad, any country you want, you can even work. And there are people who are even ready to offer sponsored visas for digital marketers. There are people who do offer that, of course, as well. Because even though this is a remote position, even though many people would prefer to be remote, if there are some like, oh, they might not give a visa. If even abroad is your passion, if you want to work abroad, you have to show that employer that you have exceptional skills. There should be something which differs you from the rest of the crowd. What is that? Upskilling. That is your answer. And that is what I would even tell you right now. It is like, I can understand from your point of view, I was, in fact, 8-9 years ago, I was in the same position as you. I was clueless. I didn't know what to do with my career, but I just started. No matter what happens, I'll suggest you don't quit. Just keep moving on. If it's not working out, it's fine. It's just one organization. Move to the next client. Move to the next organization. It's fine. Nobody has time. I'm telling you, nobody has time to talk about someone else. If they're going to talk, let them talk. It's fine. Just keep moving on. That is a secret to sustaining in digital marketing. Keep. You can just unmute yourself and you can directly ask, because I'm not seeing the audience, or I'm not seeing anyone here. So basically, I can only see myself. So if you have any doubts, just raise your hands or you can ask me questions directly. It's fine.
Ma'am, are you audible?
Yes.
Yeah, ma'am,
you are audible.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question, ma'am. Ma'am, with the recent introduction of
See, AI, more than a threat, I would suggest you to see it as a friend. Okay. And even if the companies are going to replace humans with AI doesn't have human sentiments. For example, you take ChatGPT for an example. Okay, everyone started using ChatGPT now. If you go to social media, you can know clearly who is writing an authentic post and writing written by AI. When there is too much of AI, people, um, let's say they know exactly what is written by who is doing that work. So there should always be a mix of 50% of people, 50% of AI. Will be there forever. And what I will suggest you is go to LinkedIn, and when you look into these big companies like Meta, Tesla, oh god, I forgot, Zoho, and there's something else which I'm not able to think. They talk so much about AI, and whatever tools that come out, they are the ones who first talk. So what I'll suggest you is, whenever you look out for all these huge companies, look into top 100 LinkedIn companies. Google, yeah, sorry, that's the company. Google. So you will know what and all softwares they are using. Not everything you can implement, not everything you can learn. Pick out just the softwares which work according to your skill and practice it accordingly. What I'm telling you is just have a little bit of time, make a separate project, and this introduction of AI, will not impact your work in any way. But if you do not use AI at all in marketing, then that is when you will see AI as a threat. So there are n number of tools. Okay, even now, if you go to Google and if you see SEO tool, if you say performance marketing tool, for performance marketing itself, there are thousands of tools. Just go to LinkedIn, look into all these well-established organizations. What are they using? There are some things which they might not even say. So what I'll suggest you is get networking opportunities. Just go connect with people who are software engineers, who are data engineers, staff data scientists. These kinds of roles, they are engrossed in AI. They are working completely in AI. All these data scientists, cloud computing, AWS, all these engineer roles. Connect with them, learn from them. And you can't see in digital marketing, you can't just succeed on your own. You need people to learn with. You need to depend on someone else to, sort of network with you. Only then you can learn. You can learn on your own, but also you need someone else to help you out. So I would suggest you just start networking. It's fine. I hope I answered that question.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. There's a question from our junior. I'll be passing on the mic to her.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. This is Ravi, pursuing DBA in this DGVC college, first year student, and we have a startup regarding organic food, which has a product that are only made up of traditional process.
Oh,
and and the products are like purely allied with agricultural farmers and everything. So the thing I'm asking is, what would be more effective to take this, have a digital presence,
Are you saying that you want to implement digital marketing into your startup? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, I think that will be very effective.
Okay. So, always, when you're doing something like a project, I always have this habit. Keep your phone somewhere wherein it can shoot or time lapse what is it that you're doing, because many people are interested in many people are interested in the end product, but not everyone knows. If especially when you watch, I don't know if you all know a program known as Shark Tank, Dragon's Den. They show backdrops, they show BTS behind the scenes of the startup. That is what people actually want. And if you want your startup to sustain, or if you want, especially what you're doing is a wonderful thing, you're like using traditional process. I don't know anything about that. Of course, I want to know, where did you learn all those things? How are you even manufacturing all those things? How do you even have the time to do all of those things? And from which unit are you manufacturing? So just have a basic phone camera, keep shooting clips, keep all those clips, open Instagram, and then edit in reels and then shoot it forward. That same reel you can repurpose as a podcast. That same reel you can repurpose as a blog. That same reel you can repurpose as an Instagram post and as a LinkedIn post. So the key here is, first step to implement digital marketing is show your product to people. You need to educate people. And for that, once you've hit an audience, once there is a community, they know that, okay, this person is doing something related to traditional, word of mouth itself is one best marketing strategy. Next, you can run Facebook ads. You can run Google ads as well. You can run ads for your business. But before running ads, first people have to know what is it that you're doing. For that, first content creation is the first step. So start doing that, and followed by Facebook ads and Google ads, it'll be very effective. So I hope that helped you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was very effective, actually. And the thing that product with organic process, which is like, doesn't involve heating process at all, because heating leads to nutrients are getting out of the product like that. So that's a thing. So like, how can we project this actually?
What I'll suggest you is, I normally understand that it's impossible to shoot every aspect of what's happening around. Since I'm hoping that you are the CEO, right? So you, along with another co-founder or along with another person of your team, both of you guys, get on an IG live, or you both shoot a video and you just talk about your startup. Just say from where this idea came in, from how it got implemented, and where it is now. Just heart to heart talks. Start with that. And then, see, I'm seeing people who make random contents which have no relation. They'll have one picture and they'll have one caption which has nothing in common. But according to the current algorithm of Instagram and LinkedIn, that is what works. So, without losing your authenticity, I would suggest you to post 4 to 5 times a week on your social media handles. At least if you're starting out, just 3 times a week, so that people know what is it that you're doing. And you can start by you just, recording your voice on camera, or just you talking about your own experience. I think that is the most priceless thing, and you're the face of the brand, so you can just start off with that.
Yeah, ma'am. It's very correct point. That's what, like, consistency miss here.
It happens. It happens. Trust me, you're not alone. Everybody, even I struggle with consistency. But understand that if you don't promote your product, if you don't do it, nobody else will. That is the only secret that I can tell you. If you don't do it, because sadly we are not celebrities, we don't have anyone else who are going to pitch for us. If we want something to happen, at the end of the day, we are the ones who are supposed to get up and do that work.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Thank you. I want to thank Bhairav for actually inviting me, and thank you so much for being so patient and accommodating to my request. And thank you, and all the very best to the students of DG Vaishnava College. And I wish you all the very best. In case of any help you want from me, feel free to reach me out through LinkedIn. I'm hyperactive on social media, so I'll be here to help you out.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you in future also, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.